person and just how the tribes broke down. It's two OG Blazars on my new tribe. I was very thankful to see Savannah because she honestly has probably been my number one ally through most of this game, and then I looked around and there were 3 other people from the other tribes, so that was a very not great feeling. And honestly, last night we didn't really talk any strategy at all. It was a very, very quiet night. I think we were the first tribe asleep from what I've heard, which I did sleep for the first time in 3 days. So I was feeling okay coming into the challenge today. It's a challenge that I'm super familiar with. I really screwed this challenge up in a previous game, so I was really thankful that that did not happen. But we were still out first, and now here we are.
Do you have any sort of, what's your strategy right now going into this knowing you're down 3-2? What are you planning to do, or what have you done to try to take the target off you for this vote?
I really have tried all the stops. The one thing that I have not done is throw Savannah under the bus. I don't know if that's going to bite me in the ass or not, but I try very hard not to throw my allies under the bus, even if it is going to come down to her or me, which it is. They've been very frank about it. I have tried to plead my case on my strengths. I do feel like my strengths are very similar to Savannah's. I've also really tried to pitch to Meredith. I know Meredith was on the outs on her tribe. She caught votes last tribal. I was told that. So I did try to pitch working with me in Savannah, but that was like a no-go. Nothing was really getting through. So really I'm just trying to focus on my assets for my tribe and not really anything against Savannah.
Do you think Savannah's throwing you under the bus in return?
I don't. They have told me that she hasn't, and we have had a very frank conversation that we know it's her or I, and we're not going to do that. There's nothing that I could say, even throw her under a bus. There's really not. I can't really think of anything that they would believe anyway.
Have there been any talks of idols or advantages?
Jeff and I did go on a walk last night. He bluntly said, he's like, I can't find anything. I can't find a curse. I can't find an idol. I've scoured these woods. They have a lot more area in their camp than we had in ours. So I was very confident that somebody from Blazar found something. But they have a lot of area. So I think Jeff would tell me. I have a good connection with Jeff. But who knows?
Any last thoughts?
No, I just want to live another day. Like I really do, and I am really hoping to see the next round, but if not, this has been the most fun game. I've had an absolute blast, and the production and the cast have been absolutely amazing. So that's it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
So we walk into our challenge yesterday and we find out it was for reward. There was this massive boat reward, food reward, and then Nikki tells us to drop our buffs. I was very nervous because this is where luck plays into the game. You cannot control how the tribe swap is going to fare out, but in the end, I ended up on new Blazar with Angela and Savannah from old Blazar, and then Meredith, Jeff, and myself from old Jovian. Thank God, Meredith and Jeff are two of the people that I was quite close with on the other tribe, so I feel like it's very natural for us to continue our alliance. Sadly, that does mean that Savannah and Angela are probably going to be the targets for the vote. So we had a great night, got to know each other, enjoyed our food reward for second place at the logic puzzle. But then we wake up today and we get our tree mail and it's another strength challenge, and that's what we said we were going to be really good at. And I just feel like if we had held on for maybe 5 more minutes, we totally could have like maybe pulled out the win, but sadly our team lost the immunity challenge and had to go to tribal council pretty quickly too, which I'm not too mad about because I feel like less time is easier to get everybody on the same page and make sure that there's no looking for idols, consistent chats, back and forth chats, like, oh, I have a conversation with Meredith, and then Meredith has a conversation with Angela, and then Angela has a conversation with somebody else, and it just keeps going in circles to confuse everybody. So I think we've landed on voting out Savannah, sadly. I do not want to vote for her. I feel like she's a great person. I think it just came down to the fact that Angela is a bigger threat having one real foot, and people just look at her as like she's an MMA fighter. Like, it'll be easier to paint her as a bigger threat than it would be to paint Savannah. And Savannah also told us that Ryan and Lena know each other from Live to Give, and Ryan and Lena never disclosed that information to us. So with Savannah out of the game, we will now be the only people with that information. The only thing that is making me like not like, okay, that's the plan and I can just move on, is at the challenge, Amanda kind of whispered to me that if I took care of Savannah and Angela, that they would take care of me, because apparently I'm like a fan favorite on Blazar, which I'm like, oh my god, thank you. Like, I'm glad that that is their perception of me, but if I'm being realistic, I am a much more logical player than that. I do not know any of them. I've heard that they were super gamey. And let's be real, if I would have saved Meredith and Savannah, y'all are going to vote out Natalie. Like, be so for real. You're saying you want to stick with the old Blazar, so just because we're going to tribal council first, and we could end up doing that, I don't feel like they may fulfill their same promise. However, if they are being extremely truthful and they find out that Savannah's eliminated and then they take out Natalie, that really isn't good for my game, because now they're gonna say that I'm the one that like flipped on it. Like, don't put me in the middle and tell me to make the decision. I feel like they're gonna use that to backfire on me, but if I'm already not planning on working with them, then to each their own. I think going into this tribal council, I'm gonna stick with Pink and vote for Savannah with Meredith and Jeff. And I'm so sorry, Savannah. I know you really wanted to make merge, and I wish we did not have to go to a tribal council, but sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles, and I hate that we're playing on colored lines, so hopefully my color blindness will come in handy and we can start switching this game up, because I am sick of the, like, 2 sides. So we'll see how this plays out.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you.
Alright, we're back at Tribal. This is not a fun one at all. Honestly, all the other ones have been kind of fun because I felt like things were going to go well. And this one is not fun. I don't think it's going to go well. Last night when we got to the challenge and they told us we were going to swap, we got our little bags and I opened it. I got another purple one. I looked at my number 1 ally, Angela, also pulled a purple one, and I was excited about that, and then I immediately looked around and not a single other person on our tribe had a purple, and then I knew I was in a little bit of trouble. And to make matters worse, the 3 that we got, the 3 original Jovian people we got stuck with are not budging. They barely talked to us last night. Felt like pulling teeth trying to like even just have a casual conversation. It was really frustrating. You know, Angela and I have been working together, and you know, we wanted to stick together. I think though we both are really, you know, we want to be in this game, and we both had to do what we had to do. So whatever she had to do, I'm not going to be mad about. I hope she's not mad at the things I had to say. Yeah, basically I had to pitch my case why me, to keep me versus her.
What were some of the reasons?
Yeah, my reasons were that I am loyal to the people I'm loyal that have my back, and the other tribe did not have my back as much. Even though I was working with the people, I was always a decoy vote. I threw that out to them, and that like I was expendable to them, which proves that, you know, their trust only goes so far. But if they saved me today, like that would prove to me that there's someone I could keep working with. I also me and Angela tried to pitch a girls thing. Obviously the Jovian girls were really strong, and it seemed like they were pretty tight. Me and Angela are two strong women who, you know, tried to pitch that. I think the trouble is they're worried about blowback from the other Jovian tribe people. I think, yeah, it's really tough. Meredith didn't give us much back. Danny and Jeff, I am a little worried because I know Angela has maybe a stronger connection with Danny and Jeff. It seems like they're going to be the ones deciding, to be honest. But I think logically I'm a better person to have in the game for them, as opposed to Angela. She's really good. She's really good at these games, and she has a lot of relationships on the other side that maybe I don't have. So I think for them it's best to keep me. Hopefully their previous relationships don't hurt me too much. And, you know, I don't think I can write Angela's name down. I have to stay true to who I am. I think that would hurt worse than, like, maybe a hinky vote. Like, I think I can bounce back better from that, to be honest. So, yeah, this is going to be a hard one. I'm going to try and keep it together as much as possible. But it's very frustrating to not have any moves, like, left to play, other than, like, me versus Angela. So,
are you going to make any pitch at tribal council?
I think I'll, you know, continue to say the same reason. I've pretty much told all three of the Jovian tribe mates that, so I have no problem bringing it up at tribal in front of Angela. I never threw her under the bus by any means. I pitched why I'm better to keep. So, yeah, I have no problem bringing that up at tribal. And I hope it works. I hope it works, and I hope I'm here another round. So, yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right.
So since we last spoke, we had a tribe swap. We have new tribe members of Angela and Savannah, along with me, Jeff, and Danny. So I got fortunate that I wasn't swap screwed, but hopefully that'll stick through to today. We'll see. The challenge today was a freaking feat of engineering to start. It's amazing, but it was the bag over your head challenge. I dropped out in the second round. I think I could have got another round, but Angela and Savannah both said they were fine, so I wanted to, they can have it. I'm the type of person that would get caught in my hair and I'd pull down the ropes on accident, so I'm glad that didn't happen. But today is definitely going to be a very hard vote. When we first got here and we were looking at the tribes, Savannah and Angela stuck out to me as people that I
thought I would be able to connect with really well. So it's sad that now we're in the situation where if we want to stay Tribe Strong, we have to choose one of them. Hopefully we're going to stay Tribe Strong. That's kind of the decision right now. I thought about trying to do some type of girls alliance with them, but I don't see any benefit in it for me long term, especially this early. But so I think we're going to be sticking Tribe Strong and see how that goes. But hopefully it's not my name again. I think I might be the other name that comes out today, but hopefully it's only 2 and we have 3 of another name.
Is there any talk about idols or advantages or fear about that?
There's a lot of fear about that. The way we perceive them to be acting, we don't think either of them has an idol or an advantage. We could be definitely very wrong. But there was a moment where like Savannah went through Angela's bag in front of us and Angela didn't care, so that kind of like, it was like not even a thing, so that kind of made us think that Angela doesn't have anything. I feel like Savannah was definitely looking. There was some evidence around camp of things being turned over and things in different places, and so I think she was up last night looking for stuff, but based on their reactions to how we are today, I don't think that they found anything, so we'll see.
And then in terms of, I know it sounds like this vote you guys are planning to stay Tribe Strong. Going forward, is that something you think you're going to plan to stick to, or do you think?
I am totally open to anything. Staying Tribe Strong is best for me right now in this moment, but if it's different tomorrow or later today, then it'll change, you know. I just don't see a benefit to not staying Tribe Strong, at least for this next vote.
And just kind of generally speaking, who, like, I guess out of anyone in the game, are there certain people you're feeling tightest with and want to go forward with in the game?
I'm very happy Danny ended up on my tribe. I really love Danny. On the old Jovian, I was a big fan of Elena and Alex. I feel like Danny, Elena, and Alex were the people I really kind of gravitated towards. And Natalie a little bit, but she was kind of less so. So it'll be interesting to see today. I hope Natalie stays safe because she's on a tribe with only 2 former Jovian, one of which is even Amanda, who was swapped into Jovian. So we fear for her, but hopefully we can at least get one former Blazar out and not lose the former Jovian, but we'll see.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you, Gary.
How do I condense the last 24 hours in a few minutes? I don't think I know, or anybody could know. So before we swapped, I gave up information to Danny that I knew. Okay, before swap, I gave information to Danny. I let them know that I know Angela from a previous game that I did production for, and then it got back to me that Danny knows Angela from a previous game that they were both on. Well, Angela was production, Danny played, which was almost like finding an idol because I was very scared of dropping that info to anybody, and it's like finding an idol. So that was, I'm very lucky that I told the right person. So come swap, we're up 3 Jovian, 2 old Blazar, and I have Angela, I have my buddy, and then that leaves Savannah. After the swap, Savannah lets Danny and I know that Ryan and Lena know each other from Live to Give. Well, we know that Savannah does Live to Give stuff, and Danny was close with Lena, Ryan was kind of sort of working with me, and neither one of them gave up that information to us, so we would like to keep that information to ourselves. If we allow Savannah to get to the merge and let Ryan and Lena know that we now know that, that could cause a problem. And I'm pretty sure that it's going to be Savannah tonight, unless there's a wild idol played, and I'm crossing my fingers that's not the case. However, I do feel like I'm safe. I haven't give up the information that I know James as well. I did turn my neck a little bit in that last challenge, and I saw James mouthing my name to Savannah, and I kind of acted like I was like, what does that even mean? Like, but I know it was good, and he was telling her to work with me. So I think I'm in a good spot. I've played 2 games before, and I've never felt so good before, and I'm pretty damn proud of myself thus far. We have a whole another half of the game to go, so I'm not going to be stupid or egotistical about this, but I'm just proud of myself so far. This has been a great game.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, I knew I was going to go over my time.